Hey, Charlie guys, what's up? All right, so one of the issues that is trending in Ghana right now is the fact that as a country, our president, John Mahama, has done something which personally I feel it is heroic, which is what? That he has rejected an offer by the Trump government, United States government, to give Ghana about $109 million worth of medical aid in exchange. Guys, listen very carefully. In exchange of all of our health data. So all citizens, Ghanaians, all the citizens of Ghana, our health data. So the health data that is being gathered at the various hospitals. They want all of our health data in exchange for $109 million worth of health aid. Now remember that before Trump came, US used to give us aid to the tune of about 200 million, 300 million every year. Trump has come, he stopped everything. Now he's saying in exchange for any aid, he wants our health data. Now this is very, very, very critical. And that is why I'm doing this. Because you know I like to talk about technology and digital issues. Now, we are in an era where data now is the new gold. So people always need your data. Countries need the data of other countries. Companies need data so that they can mine it. When they mine the data and they are able to analyze it, they are able to tell what it is that they can produce and target you and be able to do certain things for you, so that when they bring it, they know, because they've mined your data and they know what to do with it, what they need to produce for you, then they will have a certain advantage over you. They can come and compete with businesses in your country. They of course, they are going to hand over the data to various businesses in their own country, and they will use it to target your country in so many ways. And so data sovereignty, listen, the word data sovereignty, the new term data sovereignty, is the watchword for every country now. That when you generate data in your own country, you have to do everything to keep it in your own country so that nobody can come and take advantage of it unduly. So you see what Trump is doing, see what America is doing. They know what our data can do for them. So they are willing to give us just a fraction of the aid they used to give us, but in exchange for our entire national health data. And John Mahama told him a direct and an emphatic no. Now, if we had given it to them, 109 million, calculate how many Ghanaians do we have? Or even if we don't have all the data, the health data of every Ghanaian, what we have right now, per my investigation, per what I've gathered, what we have right now, if we gave it to them and they gave us 100 million, they would have been paying 0.75 cents for the kind of data we are giving them. So if $1, for each person's data. So if $1 is what, $1 is now 11 cedis. Let's say 11 cedis. So that will be about what, 8 to 9 cedis for each person's data. So me and you, your entire health data will go to America for just 9 cedis or 8 cedis. You see what they are doing? So they are paying you something very insulting amount just to come and collect your health data. Then they will go and mine it and make millions upon millions and possibly billions from you. So what Mama did to them is exactly what we should be doing. You see that initially we had given our health, our health data was being managed by another Ghanaian company that was working with some foreigners, and we were told that our health data was sitting somewhere in servers in India on the certain system called LIMS, right? If you remember, LIMS, they were carrying our health data and they were sitting somewhere in India. So in case those people still had that control of our health data, like probably America would have gone to them and gotten it, or maybe they might have been selling our data to America already. But now that we have denied them, and so they cannot get the entire data, that's why America is now baiting us to get. So that's why we now give that deal to a Ghanaian. So now we have what we call games for our health data. So now we control it. And that's why America is trying to bait us with 109 million so that we will give the data that the games people are collecting. But data sovereignty, the rules of data sovereignty says that we shouldn't do that. So we will not do that. Let's flip the coin. We were here and our tax our domestic tax mobilization was being done by a Ghanaian company. And per the records, all the way from 2020 all the down to even 2025, we saw the kind of data that they were generating. We saw the improvement, like marked improvement. There were years when GRA was making about 3.6 billion extra tax compared to their targets. So they exceeded their target by 3 because they implemented a local solution called Gitmis, run by a local company. And that company, remember that once they are doing that, it means they are getting all the taxpayers' data, and they are keeping it here. Please, we are talking about data sovereignty here. This video is about data sovereignty. So this is a local company. They are helping us to exceed revenue mobilization, far exceed the targets, and the taxpayers' data was also here locally. Now, our government, last year, the previous government decided that they were going to take it away from the local person and give it to an Indian company called Tata Consultancy Services. We spoke about it. I spoke about it. I screamed on top of my lungs about this matter. They did whatever. They circumvented the former government, and particularly the GRA boss at the time, the woman, circumvented all laws, did everything wrong, and they signed the deal. Now, I expected that for the purpose of data sovereignty, when this government came, they would have cancelled that deal, because already the woman even violated constitutional rules. There was no parliamentary approval for it. There was no ministerial approval for it. By law, an international deal like this should have gone for parliamentary approval. There was none. In fact, there was no even GRA board approval for it. So clearly, this one was totally. And in fact, when the team even went to PPA, went to a central, central tender review committee, they all stopped it. But this woman still went ahead and signed it. So the wisest thing, the smartest thing to do, even if not for any reason at all, for the purpose of data sovereignty, was to have cancelled it. Now, when this government came, they claimed that IMF is making that deal a condition, that if we don't go ahead and sign the deal with Tata, it can block the some of the funds that we are expecting from IMF. Now, remember, guys, that IMF is not seeking the interest of Ghana. IMF, World Bank, they've never saw the interest of any country apart from the West. So if IMF indeed insisted that we should sign away our data, our domestic revenue mobilization to Tata, then it means IMF wanted that data to be in the hands of a company that is not Ghanaian, so that when they want the data from us to go and mine, when all they need to do is to go to Tata and collect that data. Because if it was with the Ghanaian company, the chances are that the Ghanaian company will not sell the destiny of Ghana to them, like Tata would have done. And as I'm talking to you now, the new finance minister said that he was correcting what the former government did, and they've handed over the domestic revenue collection to Tata of India. John Mahama has taken a decision to defend our data sovereignty. Why couldn't the Minister of Finance do the same? Why couldn't the Minister of Finance do the same in the matter of the domestic revenue mobilization, and cancelled the wrongs that Julius Siam did in the previous government? Rather, has come to rationalize it, and now our domestic revenue collection has been handed over to Tata, and they are collecting, and then they are going to have our tax payers' data. Who knows what they are going to do with it tomorrow? Who knows where they are going to sell it to? Who knows where they are going to take it? Only God knows. We have stopped. John Mahama has stopped it as far as our health data is concerned. We have taken the health data collection from LIMS, and we've given it to a Ghanaian, and now it is called GIMS. Why didn't the finance minister do same when it came to the domestic revenue collection? And now he has rather handed over, taking the deal from a Ghanaian and handed it over to an Indian company who came through the route of IMF. So it means IMF can always go and collect our data from them and hand it over to whoever they want to hand it over to. So this is why I'm doing this video. Ghanaians, sometimes we need to watch these things. Some of us talk about this several times. Some media, big media platforms decided that as for them, they've not heard it, they've not even seen it. So sometimes you don't understand. The president is taking a decision and saying, let's protect our data sovereignty. Meanwhile, his minister has taken a decision that let's sell our data to Tata and let them take it to wherever they want to take it. God bless.